When should I claim Social Security?
Well, you have up to 81 different options as far as how you can claim your Social Security benefit, which is way different than what most people think, because you get the Social Security statement, or you used to. Now, most people have to log in online at ssa.gov to find out what their benefit is. But you look at the three different amounts, age 70, the full retirement age, and then age 62, the first age of election. And some people think, well, I have three options,
sure,
or maybe every year I can choose to elect the benefits, but up to 81 different options, and that complexity is a really good thing. I mean, it can be daunting to sort through those and figure out which is the best for you, but this is one of the things that we do within our overall planning process for the families that we work with. Sort through the 81 different options, take into consideration everything, whether they have a pension, their investment assets, what your cash flow requirements are in retirement, and then where you're going to generate that. Do you delay? Do you not delay? Because there's benefits and disadvantages to all of those options, and what's right for you is going to be dependent upon all of those specific factors.
And you're exactly right. It's not a siloed decision. So when you're just looking at Social Security in its most simplest form, a lot of people think, I'm going to delay Social Security because the longer I delay, the higher the benefit I get, so therefore I maximize my Social Security income. But the truth is that you have to make that decision while looking at all the other pieces of your retirement plan. Because if you're in retirement and you need an income, but you don't have a pension income turned on, and you don't have Social Security yet turned on, that means you're withdrawing down your portfolio. So often what we see is people are withdrawing down their portfolio at a quicker rate than what they should have if they otherwise turn on Social Security sooner. So that decision is really all over the board, but the benefits of having a plan is that we can show you what that decision looks like if you were to elect it sooner versus delaying it.
And that visual really is key with Social Security or any of these decisions that families have to make, because we can say it's better for you to take your Social Security early or late, but once you see it, once you see the short-term and long-term impact, the Social Security decision actually is one of the easiest decisions that our families can make once they have that visual in front of them.
Well, I know exactly where people can go to see that visual. This is a really great opportunity. It's an online journey to retirement workshop. You show Bob and Sue electing Social Security and the decision before them.
We go through a handful of decision options that Bob and Sue have, and we talk through the implications of each one of those decisions. What if they make this decision? What if they make this decision? And then we ultimately show you where Bob and Sue land on their decision and the why behind it. And your decision probably will be substantially different than Bob and Sue, but you'll see the methodology and the philosophy around electing and some of the things, the reasoning that you should go through to determine what is going to be your best decision.
Number 8, how do I spend from my retirement accounts?
I love this question because really this comes back to tax diversification. The more tax diversified accounts that you have, or the different tax buckets that you've accumulated throughout life, can help us build an income plan so that when you're spending from your retirement accounts, we can deliver the income that you need while also mitigating the taxes that you have. And so that's from a taxation standpoint, but then also what we're doing is we're looking at the markets. We're seeing what are the markets doing? Are they down? Are they up? What are the other types of accounts that you have? And where's the best place to deliver income from an efficiency standpoint, from performance and from a tax standpoint?
How will retirement change my life? Number 9, this is a good one.
And it's fun to, this is probably one of the most rewarding aspects of what we do on a day-to-day basis, is we get to live that transition with most of our families, and we get to see what their life is like prior to retiring, and then we get to see what their life is like. Just the other day I met with somebody, and he was telling me about the change in his life. He just retired in March, and now he's feeling really comfortable. He said it took him probably a couple weeks to feel like he was retired. He felt like he was on vacation for a little bit, but now he has sunk fully into it, and he was just expressing his joy and all of the day-to-day activities that he's going through right now. It's just a lot of fun.
That's really fun.
And retirement really is a life-changing event. So much changes when you retire. I mean, if you're thinking about it, you're working for 30 years, you've built up these friendships, this community, you built up this sense of identity and purpose in your career, and now when you flip that switch, you may have lost some of those things that were important to you beforehand. So when you think about retiring, I always like to advise people to think about not retiring from something, but retiring into something. What are the things that you want to do to fill your time in retirement? Do you have a passion? Do you like running? Do you like writing? Because when you're ready to retire, you want to make sure that you have something for you when you come to that stage so that you can continue to live out your purpose and feel really fulfilled in your retirement.
That cannot be overlooked. Don't retire from something, retire into something. And that's why the lifestyle piece of the overall plan is probably the most important. If you have something to wake up to every day, something that excites you, something that you find fulfillment and purpose, that is going to change the rest of your life. And many people have found that during the working years in a lot of different ways. But sometimes that gets lost when you make that transition from the working to the retirement world. So try to stay away from retiring from, retire into, and build out that lifestyle plan prior to retirement.
Yeah, and the fun thing for the families and individuals that we work with is they have that stress taken off of the financial side of things so they can focus on the fun. We've got one more, and you two, I'm challenging you. I'm going to give you 30 seconds on this because I want to talk a little bit more about Bob and Sue because people are like, let's learn more about Bob and Sue.
Yeah.
30 seconds. What will taxes in retirement look like?
They're going to look a little bit different.
Okay, let's start.
Ideally, if you have an intentional tax plan, the benefit of taxes in retirement versus the working years is if you have that intentional tax plan, now you have more control over the tax bill that you pay. When you're working, you're just taxed W-2, most of you, and you're trying to make as much money as you can. The more money you make, the more you're taxed. In retirement, if you can create tax diversification, now you can still make a lot of money, but be taxed differently and less.
Yeah, and taxes actually go with all of this other stuff because you've mentioned taxes several times previous to this question, so we know that that's the overarching theme in a comprehensive retirement plan.
Oh yeah, taxes are the #1 wealth eroding factor in someone's retirement plan. So it's so important to have a plan in place and take advantage of every year that goes by so that you're making sure that you're taking advantage of the opportunities that you have available to you today. Nothing's going to change the fact that taxes are painful to pay, right? And you will have to pay taxes in retirement, but in retirement, it's not about how much you pay in taxes, it's about how much you get to keep.
Thank you for watching this clip of Retiring Today, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have questions about your retirement plan, take advantage of the complimentary 15-minute retirement checkup phone call.